welcome back. After the revolution and over the past 2 years, Egypt has been living one of its very difficult periods in its history. The most difficult and serious of those challenges was the division that has been caused by political differences. Such a division threatens the unity of the nation and undermines its strength. And joining us this morning to discuss more the developments here and their impact on our country's unity is our guest, Dr. Ismail Hamid, Islamic History Researcher. Thank you so much, sir, for being with us this morning.
Dr. Ismail, first of all, usually we say that Islam has to do with our daily life, treating each other, dealing with each other, and this is something very important. If each one of us can just adopt the basics of Islam, I think things will be completely different from what we are living or witnessing these days. So, do we have something similar when it comes to history of Islam that we can learn from, taking experience?
Yes, surely that Islam, as according to the tradition of Prophet Muhammad, that the religion is a treatment. Treatment, how to treat with the people, how to give them the best examples of Islam, how to give the people the morals of Islam, the principles of Islam. Surely that Egypt, when Islam came to Egypt in 640, Egypt was converted to Islam, and after that the image of the country became different. Before that time, Egypt was very strong country against any conquest, against any entrance or foreign entrance. When the Greeks came to Egypt, they did not leave any influence of the country. The Romans, the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Nubians, the Libyans. Egypt was occupied Hyksos by different powers during the old times. Only Islam was influenced strongly on the image of Egypt, because Islam is a very strong religion. And in Islam, I think, if we think more about that, we can get lots of lessons from Islam, from the Islamic history. When Egypt, it was an exceptional situation, in critical situation, more than what we have nowadays. I think we have some examples from the Islamic history that we can give to our youth, to our young people, to give them how Egypt could cross this hard time from the Islamic history. I can choose two great events from that time. The first event was in 1187. 1187, Egypt was under the time of Saladin. Saladin, he was Kurd, was Kurdish, he was not Arabic. But he became as a great warrior for the Muslims. He was a hero for the Muslims. This by the moral of Saladin. Saladin, he became in 1169 to be the vizier of the last Fatimid Caliph. Okay, just a vizier and has no power. It's just the power with the Caliph. When the Caliph was dead in 1171, Saladin, he became the king of Egypt. During that time, it was the time of the Crusades, the wars of the Crusades. Europe was sending to Egypt the armies in order to defeat the Egyptian army. So during that time, Saladin, he was the Sultan of Egypt. Egypt during that time was a very weak country. But what Saladin he made? He made an internal reconciliation. He made an internal concordance between the Egyptian people. He collected the whole Egyptian people under his power. So he became ready to fight.
So this message is not for the youth, it is for the leaders.
Yes, sure. The leaders, he's responsible, he is charged, and also
because you said in the beginning, this message for the youth, I mean...
Yes, no. It's a message for whole people, okay? At the top from the person who is charged, okay? And also for the people. إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يُغَيِّرُ مَا بِقَوْمٍ حَتَّى يُغَيِّرُوا مَا بِأَنفُسِهِمْ. This is the words of Quran. We should change ourselves from inside, all the people, from the top till the bottom of the Egyptian society. So Saladin, he could make a great reconciliation between Egyptians. He united the whole country, and after that he defeated all the European armies. Imagine that when Europe sent 3 great armies from England, from Germany, from France. From England by Richard Lionheart. Was a great one in the history. Richard Lionheart, Qalb al-Asad, is very well known for the whole Europe. He's a hero for the English. When he came with the English army, and also France, the army of France of that time, led by Philippe Auguste, was the king of France. Also with the army of Germany, with Frederick Barbarossa. They were the greatest leaders of Europe, and they came to Egypt, okay, this in order to defeat Egypt, because it is the center of Islam. Because Saladin was prepared the people to that time, to that challenge of that was Egypt that was facing, he could defeat them. So Egypt crossed at that time peacefully, and also the whole Islam, okay, and also we got back Jerusalem under the power of the Muslims. So this is a great message that we should tell the people, from the top till the bottom of the people. When Egypt is a united country, when there is an internal reconciliation for the whole people, so we can cross all the dangers that we have. The second great event, it is related to the time of Sultan Qutuz. So Saladin, we talk about the Battle of Hattin. It's a very famous battle. Now we talk about Ain Galut. Ain Galut also another famous great time. During his time, Qutuz, he was just a Mamluk. He was a mercenary. He was a slave. At that time, Egypt was ruled by a child. Who is child? Is Ali. It's called Mansur Ali, the son of Aybak. Aybak was the husband of Shajar al-Dor. That's very famous history for us. Shajar al-Dor, she killed Aybak, and then the son. Yes, and the son, or the followers of the son of Aybak, they killed Shajar al-Dor, and then Ali, he became the king of Egypt. During that time, on the borders of Egypt, they were the Mongols. The Mongols, the Tatar, they were on the borders of Egypt. They destroyed everything. They destroyed the Abbasid Caliphate. They killed even the Caliph himself, and they were ready to destroy everything in Egypt. So at that time, God made to us a great destiny with Sultan Qutuz. And he threw Ali, okay, Mansur Ali, and he became the ruler of Egypt with the support of Egyptian ulama, or the savants of Egypt of that time, and especially Izz ibn Abd al-Salam is one of the most famous Islamic scientists of that time, and they supported him, and then he united the whole Egyptian people. After a time of weakness, and Egypt was under a child who is ruling the country, and now we have a great sultan destined by God, and he united the Egyptian people, and then the Egyptian army defeated the Mongols, that they destroyed everything, and they represented a great danger for the whole Muslims, and they destroyed their power, and they were dispersed after that. So I think we can get the examples from Islamic history by these two great events. If we can say about another events, we can talk more and more about the internal unity of the people, this in order to cross the challenges that we have.
Okay, sir, as you mentioned, Islam's basic principles and teachings advocate unity and unification. Yes. Don't you think it is very ironic that now, as Egypt has its first Islamist president, we see unprecedented division over, in modern history.
Yes.
We are seeing an unprecedented division among the Egyptian people.
Yeah, this is the problem now, okay? We hoped before that we have an Islamist president, and they will show us the greatest image, okay? And they will show the other people an image like an Islamist president of Turkey, Erdogan. Erdogan, he is a model, he is a symbol, okay, for any Islamist. For me, I hope Erdogan, now for me, is a symbol. When I look to Erdogan for his personality, for what he made in Turkey now, and to be one of the greatest economic powers in the world.
But he separated religion from the country.
Yes. I know that it's the intervention of the religion and the politics. Yes, this is a dilemma. This is a problem. This is something argued by us. We should separate that. Now we talk about the sheikhs and about the imams, that they tell us about the religion and about the principles, and now they talk about the politics.
This is what we were talking about.
Yes.
Because they must be concerned with religion and lead political life for politicians. And if we are going to talk about or trying to learn from the past, from Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing of Allah be upon him, let me ask you, did Prophet Muhammad build his new state in Medina after immigration on religious basis?
Yes, but you know the symbol of Prophet. Yes, he founded a new state. Okay, but you imagine that the president of that state or the king is Prophet Muhammad. Okay?
No, I'm talking about just to know more about this this issue. So did he build it on religious basis, or how was life at that time?
Yes, it's a little bit this from the first. Yes, Because before Prophet Muhammad, the Arabs were divided by tribes, by the fanatic feelings of everyone. Every tribe, we are the best, every tribe, and they were fighting each other, even for a donkey or even for anything. So they were fighting. It's very famous, the war of Basus. This is for a donkey. The tribes, they were fighting each other for about 40 years, just for a donkey. So before that time, it was fanatism. Prophet Muhammad, he told them about the religion, and then he collected all of them under the religion. After that, the religion gave us the principles, or the political principles, how to deal with the people. At that time of Prophet Muhammad, there were the Jews that they were living there. So this political. So what he made to deal with the Jews, he gave them an agreement. Okay, you are safe in Medina, and you have what we have, and you have the duties that we have also. We are equal, all of us, and they were living there. Okay, so this is a political point of view. Yes, the beginning it was an Islam. Okay, the reference of Islam, but after that, this is for the life. Okay, so how to deal with the foreigners or the Jews over there? But when the Jews they plotted against Prophet Muhammad and they wanted to kill him. That happens in Banu Qaynuqa, Banu Nadir, and they plotted with the Quraysh against Prophet Muhammad, so he should drive them out of Medina. He did not kill them, but he told them, because you broke, leave now the Medina. So this is a political life. Yes, the beginning was on the religion, but after that, we should deal with the life that we have and how to deal with the non-Muslims and the other people. After that, the caliphs. After that, we have a great empire during the Umayyad dynasty and the Abbasid dynasty, and Islam was spreading everywhere, and it became as a kingdom with a political life. Okay, so that we should separate, and I agree with that, to separate between the religion itself and between the political life. Okay. Because when we collect all of them without any limits, I think it will be very dangerous. Because that time, we don't have sheikhs that they tell us about Islam. All of people, they talk about the politics. They talk about everything. And so I think it's something very dangerous for the society. So we should separate between that and that. Sheikh, they talk about Islam, and politician also, they should talk about their sides.
Dr. Ismail Hamid, Islamic history researcher, thank you so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. This will come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us, and remember to join us again tomorrow, same time, and more on the breakfast show.